Demonicus is a 2001 horror film from director Jay Woelfel. The movie opens in the Italian Alps. See, it says so right there. This couple is mountain climbing in regular clothes with absolutely no gear.
Because you said this was a hike, not a climb.
The woman is complaining the whole way.
Just 2 days ago, I was sipping cappuccino. Now I'm like in some Ironman competition, you know? Why does everything have to be a contest for you guys? Look, I could be doing so much more shopping than like being up here. Okay, and those things I liked, and this is hard.
After traveling for a while, they find an unfinished train tunnel. The guy goes in and the girl decides to rest on a pile of rocks. The guy continues to explore the cave while someone shines a flashlight in his face. He finds a hidden room with cave paintings and weapons. This stuff all seems to be hundreds of years old, including the very ancient chain link fence. He stumbles onto the very old corpse of a gladiator. I think I saw this thing on a porch last Halloween. He proclaims the room has been sealed for centuries, which is why the corpse is preserved. That doesn't seem to explain why it's glowing green, however. The guy, of course, does the dumbest thing possible. He takes the helmet off of the corpse and puts it on himself. So it should come as no surprise that the evil spirit of the gladiator moves in and takes over. He puts on the gladiator outfit and flails around a lot. I see this and I don't think badass or scary. I think Star Wars kid. He then announces what he is.
I am Tyrannus!
And that's nice, dear. Tyrannus finds the girl outside. She has zero self-preservation skills. She sees a dude standing over her with his sword, but she just sits there confused. So he stabs her and pours Cherry's Jubilee all over the camera lens. Demonicus! Hey, that's the name of my high school speed metal band. Tyrannus then travels down the stock footage mountain. Here comes two more people that aren't prepared for mountain climbing. The couple fool around a little before continuing the climb. Here comes another couple. This lady throws a rock off the cliff and then asks her boyfriend about it.
Help!
What was it?
I don't know, I just heard something drop.
She's reading from some book of ancient history, which she uses to lure her boyfriend into sex. They're going to do it on a mountain. Would that qualify for the Mile High Club? It doesn't matter. Here comes Tyrannus, the cock blocker. Oh, my mistake. He rolls right past him and goes after the other couple.
Vae Victus!
Vae Victus? Oh, this makes me want to play Blood Omen again. The couple just stand there confused as the guy with the sword is bull rushing them. More people need to learn a little thing called situational awareness. The girl remembers what Vae Victus means, and then Tyrannus dismembers this guy. Too bad he's not the Black Knight. He then chops the girlfriend's head off. And then there's another couple climbing the mountain. This is Joe and Maria, the first couple to get names, so I'm thinking that they're not going to die. They set up a tent to camp for the night. Tyrannus takes the body parts of the people he killed and puts them in this witch's cauldron. He then adds 11 secret herbs and spices. Dinner's going to be delicious. Back at the tent, it's time for sex. Maria hears a noise, so she sends Joe out with half a rod to find out what it is. Then this happens. When I'm lost and scared, I always run into a guy holding a flashlight.
Joe, what do you think you're doing? I got lost.
The two then head back to the camp. So no more lovin' for Joe. Unless Maria's all alone in the tent when, she thinks it's her friend, but it's really Tyrannus. Why are you cosplaying Gladius? The guys hear her screaming and run to the rescue. Only they don't make it in time. As in, they're late by hours. It's night when they hear her screaming, and by the time they get there, it's mid-afternoon. Maria's gone, which means she's most likely still alive. Back in the cave, Tyrannus is still working on lunch. He's doing this to fix his original body or something. Yep, Maria's still alive. The horny couple find the campsite.
Hey, what's that?
Hey, look, 5 feet over here. They find some of the other couple's belongings and realize something bad happened here. Joe and Dino are lost. The horny couple find the cave. The girl wants to go in, but the guy talks her out of it. Now these two are lost. The girl has a very fake face plant and then yells at her boyfriend about it.
I'm sorry. Please come on, Gina.
Oh, Gina! We finally get a new name. Anthony! Now we're getting somewhere. Anthony then goes to scout the area. Ah, cargo pants. This was definitely from the late 90s, early 2000s. He runs into...
James. Man, am I glad to see you.
and doesn't seem to be too disturbed by his getup. So Tyrannus proceeds to beat up the camera. He then cuts him up for the Demonicus stew. He sees Gina and chases after her. The guys hear Gina screaming, but Dino convinces Joe it's a better idea to just do nothing.
Come on, man, let's stay here. We can see who's coming. We can put up a fight if we have to.
Yeah. That's a good idea, Dino.
Demonicus adds some more garlic powder to the stew. Looks like his plan is working. Not yet. He needs more idiots to feed to the monster. Maria manages to escape. Dino then takes a nap. Maria almost makes it to the guys, but Tyrannus gets her. Then Gina arrives and gives the guys a history lesson.
Etruscans were the first gladiators, and they believed in divination.
And then she dies. Dino reads up about Tyrannus versus Spartacus. I don't remember that in the movie. Then somehow Tyrannus manages to sneak into their tent.
What about the craziest thing you've ever seen?
What?
He knocks both guys out and steals Gina's body. Dino finds Maria's compass. Dino goes to find help while Joe searches for Maria. Tyrannus starts melting. Dino finds a pile of body parts and goes running to find Joe. Meanwhile, Joe runs into Tyrannus. Joe is fighting him off, but gets netted and impaled. He'll be okay, right? He's the hero. Oh no. So now Dino is going to be the hero? The guy who, instead of wanting to save everyone, voted to take a nap? Back at the cave, Gina is still alive? She tries to kill Tyrannus, and fails. Dino finds the cave. He runs into Gina, who's having a really bad day. Dino then finds the hidden room. Tyrannus is almost fully restored. He just needs to eat Maria or something. So Dino stops in to save her with his super weenie powers. You'd think even a zombie gladiator would be able to take this guy. The duo try to get James to come out of his trance. He wakes up and then takes his axe. Tyrannus is trying to cuddle with Maria. Dino gets a lucky shot and takes James out. He then jumps on Tyrannus and takes off his helmet, which kills him. For good this time, it seems. Uh-oh, James is still alive. He kills Dino. Maria takes off the helmet, and that stops him because, sure, why not? Then the spirit goes into the Chimera painting. There was a program called Goo back in the 90s that used to do this effect. Maria then runs out of the cave as the Chimera chases her. Why did she take the helmet? Oh, there is no way they have the budget to show this thing. She finds the gladiator gravestone and, oh no. Thankfully, she snaps out of it and takes the helmet off. Then she's killed by a bad CG avalanche. Tyrannus always wins, baby! Demonicus was shot in the Angels National Forest in California. The hidden room was a set, and everything else was stock footage. The whole thing cost an estimated $40,000. The director, Jay Woelfel, started his career in the early 80s. He's also an editor and a composer that's worked on over 60 films. The last film he directed was Asylum of Darkness in 2013, but he's still composing, with his most recent film being 2022's Heartland of Darkness. I'm sensing a theme. Most of the cast beyond this didn't do much. The three that are still going are Gregory Lee Keenan, Candace Crosslack, and Dominic Contrambone. Kenyon just starred in 2025's Catalyst. Candace Crosslack, now Candace Vondell, is a spiritual healer and has a YouTube channel. And Contrambone is a voice actor who's worked on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Splintered Fate, and Anthem, amongst other things. Vondell was married to Thomas E. Vondell, the VP of International at Universal, a division of Universal Music Group. He's responsible for discovering some pretty huge bands like Boyz II Men, 98 Degrees, and Godsmack. The couple were divorced in 2021, but Candace kept the last name for business purposes. Years ago, Thomas E. Vandell co-starred and produced the original Sleepaway Camp. Demonicus is about as bare-bones a horror film as you can get. Stupid people climbing a mountain, only to run into a guy in a Halloween Adventures gladiator costume, who cuts them into pieces so he can resurrect the body of said gladiator. It's a ridiculous premise with lots of head-scratching moments, tons of ridiculously fake gore, and moronic plot twists. In other words, exactly the kind of movie you'll find me watching on a Saturday night.
What happened?
Did you break it?